Hello and welcome back to The Invincible. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. The pacing was a little strange there, but we have things to do. So I was able to get my detector back. Are you kidding me? No? I seriously, I had it out right before I started recording the episode. Don't tell me it's recording.
I'm still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to stop the recording and see if somehow having OBS recording is stopping me from getting my detector out. Okay, so we're going to try this. I got the detector out before I started the recording. And, well, I'm probably going to run into trouble when I want to put it away. But in the meantime, at least I'll be able to make some progress. If this keeps up, I may have to abort the playthrough, because it's looking like it might be a problem. Anyway, it looks like there's something exciting going on under the ground.
Oh, the detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
Big ol' mess there, though.
Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? You have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
Well, there we go.
He followed the branch to the right. Another thing he reported was a massive vertical structure.
Okay. To the right it is. Oh, I can still get it out. Is that going to be what I have to do? Is I just have to start all of my episodes with my detector out now? I hope not. So, I think we're going to have to assume that this wasn't just like a thing that impacted as a meteorite. Perhaps it grew organically? There's some more pokey-outy bits.
The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, probe.
Olga.
Right. Well done, Olga. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason. Even in the first stage procedure.
And now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorski, I'll see to it myself. All right. How about that point? What does it look like? What caught the doctor's attention?
It looks like some kind of organic formation. A root system? Maybe these structures have the ability to expand. Somehow.
Shouldn't they be organic, then?
Ah. That's the problem. They look organic, but they're not.
They're very pointy at the end there also, so I hope they don't suddenly grow, you know, underneath me, for example.
The next point, the third one, is a metal bundle running along the bottom of some water reservoir.
Interesting. An object as such should be easy to locate.
Indeed. Assuming that you have a working detector. And I am now obsessed with my detector because... Ooh. Oh, look at that. It's running all throughout this planet, I think. Some sort of metallic life infestation, perhaps. What do you think, probe? Do you want to be a metallic life? Is this a celestial? wonder if that song she's singing is going to turn out to be relevant to the story.
There's the water.
And the metal bundle?
As expected. It's at the bottom.
Well, there's something interesting going on here.
To say about it.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points. Or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
But the battery and the detector last for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
All right.
The 4th point is a structure that fills a rock massive, on top of which he found surface structures.
Sounds like a crucial node in this whole system.
Well, let's go swimming with our detector. I'm sure this technology can handle being submerged. I'm not sure what a massif is. Yeah, look at that. Keep seeing more deep bits. There's some light over there. Is Gorski on fire? Did he light a fire?
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Ah, good. It's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. I think we
And
have
there
the
it is.
4th point. I confirm. It's the 4th one. I see our flag. Definitely uphill. What if I don't find him at all?
You will. Just follow his tracks carefully. According to our records, it's been no more than 6 hours since he was here. Think about it, Doctor. On a cosmic scale, it's nothing.
Well, on a human scale, it could mean the difference between life and death.
On a cosmic scale, my entire lifespan is nothing. Oh, it's magma. And it's probably making that water really hot. That might be inconvenient for me. So where do you suppose he went, huh? Did he follow the route over this way? Would I know if I was paying better attention to the ground? Up this way, perhaps. Well, we're still following the route, so I'll take that as a yes.
I'm still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor.
We
We're
aren't
in this together.
gonna have to keep having that exchange, are we? There's the flag. I think I should be more up, so... Oh, there's another node and another deep route. Excuse me, what are you doing? I didn't do that. Olga isn't very chatty. I suppose that's alright. I don't appreciate that I have to keep worrying about the detector. Because I would really like to just take this environment in. And I should also say, while I was looking for a remedy to my detector problem, which I did not find, I did see a headline about the...
Status?
Nothing's changed, Asric.
3, 2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way.
So RT has transported Dr. Krauter.
Affirmative. He's in the lander. However, the robot didn't find him in the tent.
How's that?
The doctor was already some distance from the camp. I think he was following you, Yasna.
Sir, why didn't you say anything?
The Androbot located him quickly enough, and I thought it was pointless to worry you.
Well, thank goodness he's safe now.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the developer objected to referring to this as a walking simulator. Just a comment. Considering my earlier remarks. Oh, that is a big structure, wow.
The structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all.
Just goes all over the place.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovers something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Yasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir. Wait. Koval noted down the parameters.
Inside hill 150 meters flagged. Visible from point 4. Azimuth 350, distance 200.
Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
I thought the probe was going to hang out with me. Too bad I don't have a paraglider, huh?
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's going to be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
I'm going to go back the way I came, it looks like. Oh no, that's the magma that I walked by. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Well, Olga, you going to keep me waiting?
Hi, Olga. Lead the way.
A little bit of backtrack.
I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
I don't know. For me, it's only a matter of time before machines surpass their creators. The only question is when.
And the answer is not today. In case you were wondering. But I think I've talked in the past about how overhyped AI is at the moment. If not, I'll probably forget and talk about it again at some point. Yeah, that is a very red star. Robot.
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
Huh. Maybe it's true that machines will surpass us, but not today. The route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has always been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
exponentially. Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Oh, have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
We won't be limited by our own abilities. Robots will excel in areas where we either cannot or do not want to surpass them. To put it bluntly, they will do the dirty work for us.
And we'll just sit in the warm privacy of a laboratory? Send them to the other side of the universe?
Yeah, that's one example.
Well, I don't know.
Shh, Astrogator. Can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Well, either physically or metaphysically, that's probably true.
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere?
Well, these don't look like our, underground stuff. Oh, and it's, there we go. It continues. I wonder if we have some sort of competitive life form here. Oh, what's going on there? There's some kind of something.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
I don't know. I don't think they're laid out in a way that makes them look defensive.
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, these bushes remind me of corals, in a purely visual category, because they're far from marine organisms. So I would guess that these are colonial structures, perhaps rock-forming ones. However, their main structure has nothing to do with corals. No noticeable mesenchymal tissues, no nidocyst, matocyst, or spirocyst. No visible oral discs.
Yeah, all right, Doctor. I didn't ask for a marine biology lecture.
Conversation over, I guess. No comment at all about the spores they're sending off into the sky, all at the same angle, rather interestingly. And are we continuing to... Oh. So are these... Are they also metallic? They're kind of reaching up near the bushes, but for the most part they don't seem to approach them. And there's a big old bundle down there.
Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind.
That's right, Doctor. You can lose everything else, but you have to have the crew on board. The living and the dead. This is one of the most crucial imperatives, even though it's not in the regulations.
Off we go then. It looks sort of lit in here. Ah, it's not a cave after all. Yeah, it's a pretty large bundle. Are we going to interact with the... Oh. And now the spores are coming down.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Guess I gotta push through the bushes. Well, keep going. Don't wait on my account. So I was sent down later by myself because things went wrong.
12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final descent.
Copy. Entering final.
Well, that was pretty smooth.
Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
Oh, backpack. Get the backpack. I don't much care for the straps on that backpack.
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled. I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew, Doctor.
Right.
Well, let's see what's going on in there.
I'm inside.
And? How is it?
For now, we have to assume that we are left with only one lander.
Is it that bad?
You don't need to be a technician to see that Beetle's lost its buzz.
That's unfortunate. I'm taking Hopper out of here. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
All right, then.
We've gotten out of worse than this. Equipment breaks from time to time, that's normal. But now,
Go ahead. What's bothering you?
this lack of communication, it takes too long. Especially considering there's a cyberneticist amongst them.
Yes, it worries me too.
I suppose I shouldn't expect to see anything. Do I have a map? I have a map. Okay. So this is going to lead up to how I found myself all possibly concussed and without my rope. I mean, I'm going to fall off a cliff. That's That's how this goes. Alright, now... the perspective here is kind of odd, isn't it? Alright, so we have ocean, and we also have sky. That's what's going on. That's a nice view.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. Whoa. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right.
It's
Thank
beautiful here.
You're a little annoyed with him, huh, Yasna? Did we forget why we were annoyed with him? I'm going to assume I was headed for Site 1. I think that is consistent with what happened. The downside to the ambiance, which is very sci-fi and fun, is that I sometimes wonder if it's happening in the environment or if it's just playing in Dr. Yasna's head.
I have an object in sight.
Oh yeah? Hey, come on. Focus. There we go.
This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning... oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Copy that. Heading east.
Off we go. Yeah, those over there and this here. This planet has seen some upheaval. Perhaps related to its metallic infection. What was that? It's like a stick. That's where they went down. I guess I'm not allowed. Which is a little disappointing.
Yes? Are there any signs of the crew?
I found a cigarette butt and a pack. Someone was smoking here,
So, they didn't give a damn about the regulations.
disrupting the ecosystem.
That's not the point. I understand you want to minimize the effects of our interference here, Doctor, but the mission's safety is at stake. I don't think I have to explain to you the dangers of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Preserving the integrity of Regis 3's already extinct ecosystem is not a priority in this scenario. Negligible, actually.
Security procedures exist for humans. The rule of integrity is for the sake of everything alien to us. We shouldn't place one above the other.
You're saying, Yasna, the mission and the safety of our people have the highest priority. Always.
Well, then maybe we shouldn't let him smoke.
Always? Are we really that self-righteous?
Of course, Doctor. We must be the most important to ourselves. And they must be the most important to themselves. Whoever they will be. In the end, the strongest will survive. Isn't that how evolution works?
Not in a biological sense, Astrogator. Besides, I'm not convinced if we should interfere with everything alien to us just because we can.
Doctor, interference is at the heart of human nature. Man would still be a monkey if he'd only looked at trees instead of cutting them down.
Yes, we have a nasty nature. I can't argue with that.
a cigarette get, I guess. Since I didn't bother picking up the rest of the trash, I assume that wasn't my priority. And apparently they weren't overly concerned with the whole methane thing. But I guess having a smoke is probably more important than you catching methane narcosis or whatever the problem is. Oh hey, we have, as usual, run out of time. So come back and see me again tomorrow, and I will continue
Can you
to...
please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour.
make fun of these people's priorities. Talk to you soon.